Hey, let me say something to you. Hold up. Let me tell you why I like Beyonce. She looks just like a girl that I was in love with. The girl that changed my life, actually. She was a singer. Her name was Alicia Daniels. And I loved her very, very, very much. And I was about 24 years old. And she came into town out of nowhere. And she said, "Do you want to be an artist? Come with me." And she said, it's bad because I was on welfare here in Buffalo, because there's no business, especially for young black artists, you know, and especially in Buffalo. You can look up segregation, and you'll see Buffalo, you know. Anyway, this is a place that Clinton had used as a stepping stone for her current position right now. I wonder if we'll ever see her again. Anyway, but and I met Clinton downtown by accident. I was looking sharp that day. Oh, I looked like my AVT salesman poser rig. You know what? I should take on all my suit colors that I tore up New York. You know when New York was just blazing? This is a response from ego. But the thing is that I'm gonna tell you why I love Beyonce. So this girl, she was a fantastic singer. She also sung on Nancy Wilson's album. She did some backup. She probably did some other things, but she came out of nowhere and just said, you know, I mean, I wanted to be an artist, and it was just a blessing from heaven. You know, it was just, God was just good to me. Now, y'all don't have to believe in miracles, but for someone to come in Buffalo and run into me and say, "Come to New York." Now, let me tell you something. Other people have been telling me to go to New York. People who had already been to New York and had done their thing. One lady, Valeria, who is the only local artist that is in Albright Knox art gallery here in Buffalo, and she's a black woman, and probably the only black person who ever did work. But she, whoever did work, that is in the Albright Knox. Now, as a little kid, my mom took me to the Albright Knox art gallery to paint, and the teacher told me I was a little kid, and the teacher said, "Oh yes, talent." And I remember finger painting now. And my dad told me about it. He said, "Yeah, I forgot that's what I was doing, but I do remember the teacher telling my mother that I have talent." So anyway, so Valeria used to tell me, "Oh, you need to go to New York." Now, Valeria showed in Macy's and the Macy's windows. But Alicia, I just happened to have my painting over my brother's first wife's house, and he was having a backyard picnic. And she said, "Oh, who did this painting?" And I guess she told it was me, and she might have thought I was attractive anyway. But they told me to come in the house and introduce myself to her, which I was kind of shy. But I had this big, huge painting. It was a very, very intense painting. One I would like to reproduce into a game, but I'm kind of scared of it, you know. So you want me to explain it, I'll explain it. But it's such a huge, I did it 20 years ago, and it's such a huge ideal. And it would be a killer game, but I'm scared of it because it was prophetic. I had actually like the World Trade Center falling down in it. It was very apocalyptic too. And so I'm scared of it. But anyway, you know what I mean. But anyway, so this girl, she was beautiful. She looked just like Beyonce. And Beyonce looked just like her because she's older than Beyonce. And she had a beautiful cheekbones, totally smooth, beautiful skin, and the same exact eyes as Beyonce. The same cheekbone, and just same complexion, and just always had her hair done same light brown and red and all those different things, you know. And she was extremely beautiful. And she came out of nowhere, and she was like, "I'm a singer. I live in New York. I'm doing things. Come up. You know, you're an artist, you know." And my buddies packed me. I was like, you know, I couldn't move, you know, and I had to leave. and I was supposed to move to New York the next day, and I wasn't packed. My apartment was not packed at all. And my buddy said, "What are you doing?" And they came right in and they said, and they packed me the night before I had to go. And I went, and she sung one of Michael Jackson's songs, and I'm not gonna say which one it is right now, but it's extremely beautiful. And it was like, I remember falling asleep on that song, and I just had a vision, and it was really beautiful. I say it. I just can't stop loving you. What's that girl, Sarita? I don't know. But she would tear up. I just can't stop loving you. We sung that for like 8 hours all the way up. But anyway, we were a very tumultuous relationship. We were very young, and that's not the point. But anyway, I wound up getting a law off, and onward to my artistic life. We was probably only together for 6 months. Oh, that was very, very heavy. Very heavy. It was an amazing relationship, though. And she could sing, and so she did all these shows and all this stuff. And, Beyonce, as far as her acting. So anyway, I always, Beyonce, as far as I'm concerned, she always get a get out of jail card free for me. She always get a free pass. Because every time I see her, I see Alicia, and they sing the same, everything, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I mean, really, people that sing like that, like Beyonce, their voice is just an instrument. It's just an instrument. It's not, like when you hear her talk and when you hear her sing, it's like two completely different things. And she could play the flute with her voice. It's just like a flute. It's not really, it's an instrument. Their body is an instrument. So anyway, I used to dress this girl. She opened for Keith Sweat, People Bryson, and when she opened for Keith Sweat and The Chance, she opened for a lot of people. I used to dress her and hook up her outfits and stuff, artistically, and stuff like that. She looked just like one of Prince's girls when I hooked her up one time. Just looked just like Vanity. It was just amazing. I mean that look, but she didn't look like Vanity. I had a girlfriend that looked like Vanity. Anyway, never had a girlfriend that looked. Well, never mind. But anyway, Beyonce, as far as her acting, Beyonce has to be very, very careful. And she spent her whole life being very, very careful. Now she's got to let it all hang out. And that's difficult. And so, Beyonce needs is simply this. Because, speaking of Vanity, Vanity lost her career just by saying the wrong thing. So, I understand Beyonce's apprehension and being very, very careful not to say the wrong thing. But she needs permission. Y'all need to give her permission to just screw up. I need to get her, whatever comes out. She obviously is always spending time being perfect, But if you give her a role where she might play the bad guy or might play this terrible bitch or something like that, or somebody that everybody hates, but with some appeal, if y'all give her permission to really cut loose, she would, how they say that wooden face, she would, break her professional kind of thing, that's what she really needs, just to be, I don't see her go see her movies because I don't see those kind of movies. Obviously, I see that's not my genre. Neither is Spike Lee, and I love Spike Lee. I just love Spike Lee. He's the best. He's one of the greatest people. When I used to be in New York and I used to run into him all the time, he used to always talk to me, and he had this artistic integrity. He was like, "No, man, I want to see your demo," and I gave my demo to everybody: Hype Williams, Chris Robinson, when he was on 139th Street, doing Faith Evans, P. Diddy, But he was on 139th Street and he had that great Bentley. Well, Spike Lee was actually on my doorstep. He's a trip. Right at 219, there's probably a commercial there. I've never seen a commercial. I'll look at it. But it was my apartment. I tried to kick him off the doorstep. I'm like, yo, this is my part. This is my house. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you. So, that's what it is. They should pay me to do something great for them.